There's an old saying that blood makes us related, but loyalty makes us family. And this is why some people are closer to you, but they're not your blood brother or blood sister. They could even be a mother figure or a father figure that is not your blood father, mother, brother, sister, but they are closer to you because of the loyalty and the love that they have for you. So blood can make a person related, but loyalty will make you family. A strong family is a family that's connected. They're united. They love one another. They support one another. When they're not in the same room with you, they uplift you. They're saying good things about you. They're not slighting you with sarcasm. You know how if your name is brought up in a group and someone, well, yeah, you know about them. That's not family. That's not loyalty, and that's not love. But if my name is brought up in a circle outside of when I see you or in your presence, and you have that same facade, you have that same love, you have that same words in front of my face, you should have it behind my back. And likewise, I should be the same. But loyalty is very hard to find. It's hard to find good people. It's hard to have good people in your life. It's hard to have someone that you could say, you know what? Yeah, that's my friend. That's my pal. I could trust that person with my life. I can trust them with my family. I can trust them. You can't trust folks around your purse. Most times you can't trust them around your husband. You can't trust them around your wife. Nowadays, as sick as this world has become, you can't even trust them around your kids. Loyalty. A small word, a short word, but it's a word that is worth its weight in gold. If you can find that in someone, then you can have that surety. Yep, that's my pal, that's my buddy. And some people have bonds like that with friends. Now, I'm not saying in the sense that, I'm doing wrong and you see me doing wrong and you just go along with the wrong. A friend will call it out. I still love you, but you know you're wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. You know what you did was wrong. You got to get that together. That's somebody that cares about you. I'm not saying someone around you that it don't like you, because we have those that sometimes are trying to infiltrate and get into your circle where they really don't like you. So they want to get in and they want to find out what they can so they can go back and, run your name down. Or, one thing I learned about people, if they don't know something about you, they start inventing things. And so that's okay. Just make sure it's a lie. That's all I say. Whenever people are saying things about you, just make sure it's a lie. Whatever they're saying, whatever they're spreading, just make sure it's a lie. Make sure that you're walking in a good character, godly character, and that you know who you are, that you're solid. You are the solid person. And then whatever is said, let it be a lie. But a friend will tell you about you wrong. A friend will not uphold you. Know why? Because they're concerned about you. Because if your character isn't developing, if your character isn't growing past it was when you were in your 20s, and now we have progressed in age, and if you still have the same mindset and the same behaviors that you had in your 20s and 30s, you're not growing. That means you're stagnant in a certain area. But sometimes we need that loyalty in the friend that says, you need to get that together. By now you could have done this. You could have superseded that. You could have done that. But because of your mindset, you're stuck in a space. You got a lot of potential, but you're just not doing enough with it. when you have that loyalty, and you have gold. If you can find that loyalty, you got it. Sometimes your own blood family is not loyal to you. They don't like you. They don't love you. They always, something about you they just don't like. They don't know what it is. They just don't like you. And I've learned to be okay with being okay. I love my family, but guess what? Different ones. And they'll try to figure out, well, who is she talking about? I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about anybody and everybody that is family, that don't want to associate with you, don't like you. You don't have to sit at their table either. You don't have to deal with them. There is nothing that says that I've got to deal with a family, blood-related person that hates me, that despises me, that is jealous or envious or got a problem, whatever the situation is. There's nothing that says that you got to keep interjecting yourself and putting yourself in this toxic relationship. Because families can have toxic relationships. They can have relationships that are not productive. You get nothing out of it. You can't even call and get encouraged. You can't encourage them. They can't encourage you. And, if the blind lead the blind, they both fall in the ditch. So there's nothing that you're gaining from the relationship sometimes of just being around your own family folk, other than the same negativity, the same hatred, the same problem, same struggle. Then when you're not around, they hate you. I've seen people will go and treat other people with loyalty and not try to be loyal to their own family. Won't support their own family. Won't, be into their own family. The makeup of it, the dynamic of it, the structure of it, the building of it. Won't even support. Won't even be there. And you got to be okay with that. You got to graduate your level of mentality and your heart to the point that you're okay with that too. There's a lot of things you're going to have to come to grips with in life and be okay with it. And that's one of it. Being delivered from blood-related relatives. Hey, I love you. I could still see someone that's blood-related to me, and I can give you a hug and genuinely love you because we're blood. We're family in that sense. But at the same time, because of whatever you got going on, because what I'm going to do and what I can do and what I have the ability to do is love. I love to love people. I love to love people that's blood related. I love to love people that's not blood related. I love to love people that whatever the skin color, your ethnicity, whatever it is, I just love people. But at the same time, I don't have to deal with people. And that's what you have to get to the point at. When you try to, as they say, extend the olive branch to someone, whether it's in your family or a friend or an associate, could be a co-worker, whoever it is, if you try to extend the olive branch and they break the branch and hand it back to you, take that as a sign and believe them. And stay your distance. Like I always tell you, stop interjecting yourself. And that goes for family too. Leave them alone. They don't want to be bothered. You know how when you walk in the room, everybody get quiet? Leave them alone. Leave the room. Leave the table. Leave the plate, fork, all of that. Leave it on the table and excuse yourself from the situation. And then you know what type of relationship you can have with that person. Some people are high and by relationships. Hey, how you doing? See them in passing. You might see them in the store. Hey, love you. And you can genuinely love someone, but not deal with them. I could love you and not deal with you. I have to love you from a distance. So let's find that loyal person, that loyal friend, okay?